Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson and I am the WCPW review guy, and the only summer camp that I attended this summer was Camp Cornette. And anyways, tonight I'm going to review the WCPW Loaded episode 4. Now the thing is, much like WCPW, I'm just trying to figure out what works for the show. Trying to see what works, what doesn't, and decide to, normally I do this show on the weekends, I do it on Saturday, but I decided to go ahead and bump it to Tuesday. That way it's, because the show's still fresh in everybody's mind, so I can just jump in it right then and there. And plus, it's fresh in my mind, so, I'm not constantly trying to figure out what happened and whatnot. So, doing that, don't worry, the top 10 and my recap show will still be airing this weekend, so. Alright, so let's get right into it. Now, first thing, you can tell that this show was recorded the same night as last week's show, because that Newcastle crowd was very thinned out, not a whole lot going on there. But I tell you right now, the size of the crowd did not matter, because dude, the roar was definitely there. Dude, that crowd was on fire, like every WCPW crowd. I mean, literally, they're just totally into it, which is awesome. I just wish someone would tell my girlfriend that size doesn't matter, because it really helped me out. Anyways, so moving right along, I gotta bring this up. I know I bitched about it a lot last week, because, whatever. But this week, it was so glaring. The commentary team. Okay, once again, you can't have two Bobby Heenans, on the commentary team. You got to have a Gorilla Monsoon. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking Ross. I'm not knocking Blampied. They're both great. However, they're both Heenans. We got to have the straight guy. We got to have a Monsoon. We got to have our JR. You got to have somebody who does the play-by-play while the other guy is colorful. That's what a team is. And the bad thing was they just kept flip-flopping. Like, it was just like Blampied is a sleazy sewer rat manager. Those are Pacini's words, not mine, man. I love you, but that's who you are. You're slimy. You're sleazy, whatever. And yet, in one breath you'll be like, "Oh, Rampage is gonna break everybody's necks, damn it, and we're gonna take over," and blah blah blah. And then the next you'll be like, "Well, Gabriel Kidd's giving his all. He's got a lot of heart. He's not gonna succumb and cheat." What? Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? It was a lot of that. And then Ross had to do the same thing. Like, whenever Pacini would leave, whenever Blampied would leave, and Ross was there, he couldn't just run down the faces clearly, because you can't do that. It's not how you commentate. So it was just like he was even flip flop, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And I get it. You guys are kind of back in the corner right now. I get it, because you got to have a face and a heel commentator. It's just the only way it works. But it just doesn't make sense as far as your characters go. That's all I'm saying. And my suggestion is you gotta get someone else in there. Alright, now I suggest that blonde girl, and I'm sorry I don't know her name, I'm blanking on her name, but I saw her backstage running interviews. Bump her up to ring announcer. Let her be the WCPW Lillian Garcia, if you will. And she can do the ring announcing duties, she can do interview duties backstage, and then bump Kenny to commentator. At least until Miller, figured out what he's doing. And don't get me wrong, I'm so happy that Miller's doing what he wants to do. Trust me, I hope you complete this. I hope to see you in a WCPW ring soon. I really do. But right now, I think about the business first. I think about the company first. And right now, this is not good for business. This is not good for the company. So please, Blampied, focus on managerial duties. Focus on the writing. Leave the commentating to the other two. Please. So that's all I got to say about that. I won't bitch about no more. Although there's a couple things I probably will bring up later on. But other than that, your guys' commentating is great. It just doesn't make sense for your character. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Much respect for what you guys are doing. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. The show started, it kicked off with the general manager, Adam Pacini, coming out and announcing the huge main event. And I'm not just saying that like in kayfabe, like it was huge. No, it really was. Like, I was actually excited, because it's Rampage teaming up with Primate going up against Big Damo and Joe Coffey. Two different feuds paired together, going at each other, and they're all big guys. So I was like, fuck yes. And that's what I'm loving about WCPW, is the fact that they are pushing storylines further. They are, building these feuds, and I love that. That's the way it should be. And of course, with Built for Destruction just around the corner, literally next Monday, they're literally doing what they can to build this event up, and I love it. And speaking of Built for Destruction, he also announced that Primate will be taking on Joe Coffey, and because of the DQ finish from last week, it will be a no holds barred match. Not Zeus and Hogan, no. Much better, Primate and Coffey. So Boom. I'm looking forward to that, and I was looking forward to the main event. So, opening match, we had Gabriel Kidd with Prince Amin in his corner going up against Drake. And this was a solid match. Like, seriously, excellent on both sides. It looked great. And then the ending came when Prince Amin fucking decked Gabriel Kidd right in the face, turned on him. Didn't really turn on him, just like taught him a lesson, you know, whatever, because he ain't leaving him. He's just like, you're my servant. Hit in the face. I don't care if you say you're not, you're getting hit in the face. And then, of course, you know, Drake picked up his first victory. And I was glad to see it end like this just because, A, this does not hurt Gabriel Kidd. In fact, you know, it builds the feud between him and Amin, which is good. But Drake had 2 great showings 2 weeks in a row. And so I'm glad to see him get the win and get bumped up a little bit. So, and, you know, his storyline with prospects, see where that goes. I'm just happy to see that's working out for him. So, you know, we get Prince Amin and Gabriel Kidd arguing in the ring, and then, of course, out comes Adam Pacitti, and goes in and signs the match between the two at Built for Destruction, and the match will be the loser becomes the winner's servant, and we all want to see Prince Amin, you know, become Gabriel Kidd's servant. So, even though storyline-wise, it'd probably be better if Gabriel Kidd loses, that way he, you know, later on down the road have to fight for his freedom, but still, yeah, I still want to see Prince suffer, but believe me, I know good things come to those who wait, and I'll hold off, don't worry. And then he also goes ahead and announces an impromptu triple threat elimination match. Prince Amin against El Ligero and Martin Kirby, which of course they've already been, you know, in their feud for the past few weeks too, so triple threat elimination match goes on out there, and yeah, it was awesome as well. Damn good on all sides. I'm glad to see Kirby actually getting, you know, his moves in, because I mean, once again, he's always doing comical bits, and I was just glad to see him, you know, wrestle. You know, it's great. And Prince Amin looked strong too. Like I said, I wasn't too impressed with his first outing in that tag match, but I'm glad to see that he actually, you know, came in and delivered. Of course, Gabriel Kidd gets an ounce of revenge because he was out there in his corner during this match. Comes in the ring, decks him, and then of course, you know, Martin Kirby picks up the win there. Or picks up the elimination, sorry. The first pinfall elimination, or the first pinfall that Martin Kirby has scored in WCPW yet, so that's pretty exciting, I guess. Oddly enough, there was no disqualification. I guess when Archer runs in and attacks Connors, disqualification, but as soon as Gabriel Kidd runs in and attacks Amin, they're like, let's fucking let it go. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so Amin's out, so at least left Kirby and El Ligero. Of course, El Ligero picks up the win with a springboard tornado DT, which was beautiful. Fucking looked like it broke his goddamn neck, which I was really happy to see. After the match, they start, you know, there's an awesome promo. Dude, Kirby's great. Like, I just love Kirby. And I love the promo because, you know, he's like, I'll challenge you to a Hell in a Cell or a hog pin match, whatever it takes. Pacitti comes out, or Adam Parmesan, as Kirby likes to call him. And the match we end up getting will be, if El Ligero loses, he has to unmask, which will probably never happen, and I don't want to see it happen. But if Kirby loses, he has to wear a dress, which is fucking hilarious, and I want to see that. Now, they didn't specify how long he has to wear a dress for. I don't know if it'll be just for one night only, or if it's going to be a 30-day type thing, or if it'll just be like, you know, fuck it, you're now Big Vito / Saturn, you're going to wear that dress until the next gimmick comes along. I don't know, but either way, I can't wait to see it, so that's going to be pretty sweet. The next match we get is, Noam Dar against Joseph Connors. Of course, Joseph Connors had Hendry in his corner. Okay, now, I told you earlier I'm going to bitch about a couple things, and this is the couple things I'm going to bitch about. The commentary to this match, alright? First thing they mention is they're talking about how Joseph Connors has not had the best win-loss record in WCPW history. He's undefeated, guys. Are you kidding me? The first week, he wins a triple threat elimination match. Second week, he wins a tag team match. And he wasn't there last week. At least he didn't compete last week. He's 2-0. And they're talking about how like Hendry's going to drop him because of that. And it's like, Hendry has a worse record. He's 1-2. And the only reason he has a 1 is because of Connors. That's it. He's already lost 2 matches in single competition, so it's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? They did something similar with El Ligero too, to like El Ligero was, you know, he's won every match. Like, no, he didn't. He didn't capture that Ring of Honor title. I know it went to a draw or whatnot, or no contest, but it's like, that's not a win. He's not undefeated. I'm sorry, that's a blemish on his record. Sorry. I know, once again, I know it's easier on this side to criticize than it is behind the camera on your guys' side. I get that, but come on. Trying to play down Connors. I won't allow that. I won't allow that because Connors, I believe, is going to be the top guy at some point in WCPW. And he definitely deserves it. So, but anyway, so we get the match between Joseph Connor and Noam Dar, and this match. Now, every week I always award worst match and a best match, and I gotta give this one the worst match. And I hate to do it because I love Joseph Connors, but the thing is, like, Joseph Connors has impressed me already with his matches. He's great, fast paced, quick. Noam Dar, when he fought Rampage, fast paced, like running circles around the guy, doing awesome stuff. So I was like, this is gonna be an epic fucking encounter, and it really wasn't. Like, literally, it was just kind of like, it was a lot of chain wrestling, which, don't get me wrong, was impressive. I mean, once again, I'm not downplaying these people's in-ring abilities, but I was just like, I was wanting to see some high-flying, fucking crazy-ass technician type. No, it was just very slow-paced. The fact that the commentary was really hurting this match, because then they kept, like, they're trying to show their cards too quickly, trying to build up the tension, and they're building up the tension differently than it should be, because, like, you should be playing with the fact that Henry's putting the spotlight on himself, and that Connor should be getting sick of that. Not the other way around, that Henry is mad because Connors isn't winning, even though Connors is not lost until tonight. And that's the finish. Noam Dar did win the match. But it was just like, what? What the hell are you guys talking about? I just know the Rasa clock and the Blampio clock better be off the chart during this match. That's all I'm saying. Because it was ridiculous. However, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a bad match. So far, the two matches before were very exciting, and then this one, it's the pace is slowed way down, and I just didn't think the pace should be slowed down for these two guys. Like, these two guys should have went fucking, But whatever, once again, it sort of builds, I guess, this odd storyline between Hendry and Connor. We all saw it from the beginning, but I just feel like the fact that they're trying to make it about, and even if that's Hendry's argument, the commentary shouldn't be agreeing with that, even though I guess they are heels, but it should be more like, what the hell are you talking about? You only got one win because Connors cradle DDT a guy into oblivion and you stole the pin. Shouldn't be the other way around. Damn it. Anyway, so, sorry, worst match of the night goes to that. On to our main event. And the main event was, we talked about earlier, Rampage, teamed up with Primate. Of course, in their corner was Susie and Adam Blampier. And I'll tell you right now, I made a comment in my first episode, or sorry, maybe my second one. I didn't really care for Susie that much, and it wasn't a personal insult or jab or anything like that. It just seemed like you always see this on independent shows where the wrestler's girlfriend shows up. And I know she's not his girlfriend. I think she's actually dating Jack the Jobber. Sorry, breaking fourth wall, breaking kayfabe all over the place here. But anyways, she just seemed like she was just out there and maybe trying a little bit too hard. But last week and this week, to me, like, she felt like she was actually a manager. Like, it fit more. And so, kudos, and I'm sorry for the comments I made earlier. Like I said, you're doing good. You're doing great, actually. So I definitely like seeing them out there. I like seeing them kind of talk to each other while, I mean, I don't know, it felt good. And of course, Rampage and Primate was going against Joe Coffey and Big Dame. Of course, Jack Jobber will be following them out there to ringside as well. This match was great. In fact, this is my best match of the night, even though it does have a screwy finish. This was just, it had a big match feel. Once again, we're pushing all the main feuds up, and of course, that's the main thing you want to do. You got your, the first ever WCPW World Title match coming up. Someone's will be crowned the first ever champion, and that feud should feel uber important. So that's what they did. They definitely built this up to a boiling point, and it was great. I thought the match was good. In fact, that's another thing I've been, kind of bitching about the past couple weeks, is that Rampage does not look like he's a dominant player. Like, he keeps getting his ass handed to him by, like, cruiserweights and Joe Hendry. Not shot against Hendry, but just once again, Rampage should be breaking necks all over the place instead of, barely coming up, and if it wasn't for Blampier interfering, he'd win. It shouldn't be the case. But this week, rectified, and literally he looked strong as hell. As did all of them. Like, even when they're beating the hell out of Coffey, Coffey's taking the punishment, but dude, like, he'll come back every now and then. I mean, he good showings for everybody. It made everybody look strong in this match. And furthermore, the fact that it ended in a no contest, because once again, the referee just lost control. The all fours are brawling. Instead of just calling for a bell, he's like, fuck it. They tried to break him up, and then, he even took the more referees, security, and then eventually the locker room just emptied out, and they were all trying to break apart, these four guys. And then, of course, they went from breaking apart to just saying fuck it and just had a massive, like, brawl, which was awesome. I'm a fan of that shit. Like, I love, like, battle royals. I love this huge fucking fight. Like, I'm probably the only guy out there who liked the APA barroom brawl. Ridiculous, absolutely, but fuck it, it was fun to watch. So we got to see this pandemonium, and dude, it ended with like the sickest powerbomb. Big Damo powerbombs Alex Gracie out of the ring, and dude, like, he almost missed the mark. He hit, I forget who he hit, but he hit somebody. But dude, I'm just like, dude, he definitely hit hard on that. Like, I guarantee his neck's not feeling good. But no, that's how we end the show with a massive brawl. We even seen Jack the Jobber and Blampier get into it, to a point where Blampier holds Jobber. Susie goes to slap him. moves out of the way, and of course Blonde gets hit and goes out of the ring, which was just fucking great. So yes, this show was great across the board. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was really commentary related. And I'm not being a dick. Once again, I respect you guys. You guys are hilarious. In fact, you two are my favorite two personalities in the Walt Culture Wrestling YouTube channel. Not slighting anybody else, but I find the WTF moments and Blancpain's numerous lists and how I should book and how they should book and how they should have booked and how they shouldn't book. Just whatever. All his booking shows, they're great. You are my favorite, but once again, I'm just thinking, if I'm running things, Blancpain, you're out of the booth. You're a manager. Go manage. Bam. In fact, it would almost make more sense to put Jack the Jobber in there. I'm just saying. But I wouldn't like that either, because then he'd have to leave to go manage too, and then it'd just leave Ross once again. Ross, you're doing a good job, buddy, but you're a heel, and of course I realize you can't just keep running down the faces during when you're going solo. So yeah, guys, just put Kenny in the booth. I'm just saying, put Kenny in the booth, or find someone else. I don't know the entire staff. Maybe there's an intern that isn't working right now. Throw him in there. Damn it. So, but anyways, excellent show. You guys are going in the right direction. Built for Destruction this weekend, and they announced another match. Joseph Connors and Joe Hendry going up against Prospect, which we kind of all saw coming because of Prospect attacking Connors. However, I feel like that's not going to be the big thing coming out. I feel like this is going to be when Hendry will screw over Connors, which once again was another reason I didn't like the other match, because the commentary team just handled it differently. I didn't like the way they handled it. However, doesn't change the fact that I love Prospect. I think there's going to be great things out of these. Dude, I'm a big Connors fan, and I like Hendry. I think Hendry looks good too. He's a good wrestler. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to see this thing play out. So, but yeah, I can't wait for Built for Destruction. It's going to be awesome. Great show, guys. Once again, please get someone else in the booth. That's all I ask. And then, yeah, boom, there we go. So, looking forward to it. Like I said, guys, it's exciting time to be watching the WCPW, because right now we're in on the ground floor. We're the few who are, here at the beginning, and I feel like this thing is going to blow up. Now, I'm not saying it's going to dominate the world and take over WWE and all the other competition. I wish. That'd be great, because it's the only thing I'm watching. I'm not even watching the draft tonight. Fuck the draft, because I just don't care. But anyways, this is what I'm watching right now, and you know what? They're signing big names. They're having great matches, and there's great storytelling. So, there you go. Guys, that's all I got. If you like the show, give me a, show us some thumb and love. Hit it up down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm on Twitter at WCPW Review Guy. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't forget to tune in this weekend. I got doing my top 10, the unofficial top 10. Yeah, where I basically I keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I'm trying to wrap it up, and now it's like my mind's like, oh, you gotta do this, this, and this. Top 10 this weekend. Check it out, and I'll also be doing the fuck you. I can see you guys out there laughing. Fuck off. I'll be doing the WCPW weekly recap show, and I do those shows mostly in kayfabe. Like right here, I'm definitely like hitting it, like I'm reviewing it and I'm hitting it straight. It's a shoot. But whenever I do these other two shows, I like to do kayfabe. And also this weekend I'll be doing the Built for Destruction preview or predictions. So check into that as well. Guys, thank you for watching. And as always, I'm Daniel Richardson, and until next time.